Welcome back. Today we follow a builder into the forest to construct two essential pieces of infrastructure from raw timber. Working entirely by hand, she relies on green bamboo, a material that offers high tensile strength before it cures and hardens. Transporting long lengths requires secure bundling. Thin strips, stripped directly from the plant's outer column, serve as natural cordage. Because these green fibers are highly flexible, they can be pulled into tight binding knots that will not snap under tension. Back at the site, the raw poles must be processed immediately. Using a sharp bow, saw prevents the outer fibers from splintering and splitting down the shaft. The hollow interior of the bamboo is segmented by natural nodes, which provide lateral rigidity to the structure. By making precise cuts near these bulkheads, the structural integrity of each resulting column remains intact. Consistent lengths are necessary for a square and plumb assembly. Even minor variations in the base columns can induce uneven stress across the finished frame. Precision at this stage reduces complications later. The manual separation of the poles leaves a cache of properly sized structural members, ready for the joinery phase. A brief moment of rest breaks up the physical labor. Carving a clean, circular mortise requires patience and a sharp edge. The builder removes material slowly, testing the tolerance with her hands. Smooth, well-defined edges are critical here. If the hole is too large, the resulting joint will bear unequal weight and fail under sudden loads. The prepared bases are laid out to verify their alignment. assembly relies on mechanical friction. By seating the vertical tenons tightly into the carved mortises, she creates a rigid support lattice without using a single metal fastener. Applying downward pressures seats the poles firmly against the bottom of the joint. Once both sides are connected, this ladder-like element will serve as the primary load-bearing foundation for the bed frame. Moving the lightweight assembly indoors allows her to test the fit against the primary wall structure. With the bulk of the framing complete, wiping down the exterior removes residual sap and sawdust that could harbor moisture. To prevent the friction joints from separating over time, she introduces a secondary locking mechanism. Drilling directly through the joined intersection creates a pathway for a wooden dowel. This peg pins the inner and outer poles together permanently. Physical stress testing reveals any remaining weak points in the geometry. A solid frame must resist lateral movement, which would cause the bamboo to creak and eventually splinter. Additional pinning at the critical corner intersections reinforces the overall rigidity. A final polish removes any remaining burrs, ensuring the sleeping surface is completely smooth. This attention to detail elevates raw agricultural timber into refined furniture. The natural glossy finish of the bamboo is both aesthetically pleasing and naturally resistant to rot and pests. The result is a quiet, stable foundation built entirely from the surrounding landscape. Positioning the completed structure near the window maximizes airflow and natural light. The simple addition of a woven mat acts as a breathable mattress layer, distributing weight evenly across the horizontal bamboo slats underneath. This low-profile setup is a traditional approach to climate control in humid regions, allowing heat to dissipate rapidly rather than becoming trapped in heavy bedding. Testing the center of mass confirms the support rails hold steady under direct pressure. With the day's carpentry finished, attention turns to the evening meal. Sun-dried fish requires rehydration and a thorough rinse to remove excess salt used during the preservation process. The continuous flow from the bamboo pipe provides a reliable stream for washing, an efficient use of gravity-fed water. Cast iron excels at retaining high temperatures, making it ideal for shallow frying over an open wood fire. The intense heat immediately crisps the skin of the fish, sealing in the remaining moisture and preventing the meat from breaking apart. Simmering the aromatics breaks down their harshness. Tossing the fried pieces in the rich tomato base ensures an even coating of flavor. The simple routine of a shared meal marks the transition from labor to rest. Working in isolation requires self-reliance, but companionship makes the quiet evenings manageable. The day's caloric output is replaced ahead of another demanding build tomorrow. The new frame passes its final trial. It provides a secure, level surface for recovery. By morning, a new project begins. Building an exterior shelter requires anchoring the structure firmly into the earth. Rather than pouring concrete, the builder uses a heavy metal rod to break through the compacted soil. Deep footings are essential to prevent the final structure from shifting under high winds or heavy rainfall. Shaving the bark off the buried sections of bamboo limits the amount of organic material that can decompose underground, slightly extending the life of the posts. Setting. These vertical members plumb establishes the fundamental footprint of the new enclosure. An elevated floor system keeps the interior dry and protects against ground-dwelling pests. The horizontal base plates transfer the downward load directly into the primary uprights. Lashing the upper framework tightens the entire skeleton. Flexible bamboo strips conform to the curved joints, creating a frictional bond that locks the intersecting angles in place. The damp morning mist demonstrates exactly why a reliable roof is necessary. With the framing verified, large palm leaves are gathered to form a waterproof canopy. Trimming the uneven edges allows the fronds to lay flat against each other, ensuring a tight, overlapping seal. Final corner reinforcements lock the woven walls together. A manual push test confirms the structure can withstand external pressure and internal movement without yielding. The completed enclosure immediately serves its purpose. The slatted bamboo floor allows waste to fall through while providing ample ventilation, keeping the new inhabitants dry and secure. Fresh food eases their transition into the custom habitat. In the end, raw timber and quiet labor have transformed empty ground into a functioning agricultural system. It is not overly complex, but it is deeply purposeful. Every lashed joint and woven wall works together to sustain life.